To make a 9/8 suspension, we can start with a third, and then our bass will move up, and then we'll have our 9 going to our 8, or a 2 to 1, the same idea. If we do it with an octave, it's obviously a very delayed sound. A lot of the time when you do a 9/8 suspension is you'll want to add the third above the bass. So you'll sort of have a 9 and a 10 at the same time, which gives it a very sort of juiciness to it, because it's having really 3 notes in a row, if I put it all in the same octave, happening at once. So we prepared our 9/8 first with the third. Sounding better with a 3 voice. Whatever you want to do. We can also prepare it with the 5th. And so, if we're starting from a 5th, our bass can walk up or jump up to the F, and that'll make the 9. But it does sound better if we add that third voice. One thing that we've done with our different suspensions is we've chained them together to sort of keep the momentum going, and it's very easy to do with a 9/8 suspension. If we do it from the third, we can keep this pattern going by then taking to the third, so that's how we can walk it up the scale. Third, 9, 8, third, and whatever. That was taking the third and going up. We can also take our third and our 9/8, and when we resolve it down there, we will have the bass play a third below, and that makes a new third, which we then make the 9/8. Resolve with a third, 9, 8, but with a third. Another way. Let's take a bass line. Down a fourth, up a step, down a fourth, up a step, down a fourth. That's good, we went an octave. Now that may sound pretty familiar. It's the pachelbel canon bass. Cadence or whatever. Now we can do a 9/8 suspension chain underneath of that bass. Except we're not going to start with a 9/8, we're actually going to alternate between a 4/3 suspension. So we'll start on an octave and a third, and then we'll go down the fourth and we'll set up a 4/3 suspension. 4, 3, and now we do a 9/8 suspension. Resolve. 4, 3, that's going to be our 9, 9, 8, 4, 3, whatever you want to do. Let's actually do it in the key of D. And so it's basically parallel thirds, but of course, syncopated, and so it works very well with those both suspensions. Let's try flipping the voices. So we'll have the third here. So we'll go 6. Sort of crawl with our right hand. Now, perhaps the most cool suspension chain of 9/8 is going to be using the falling fifth progression in the left hand, in the bass, and we can do a series of 9/8 above that. So how's that going to work? Here's our falling fifth. We'll actually start by going up a fourth, then down a fifth, up a fourth. Back at the beginning again. Now to do the more florid right hand, it goes like that. Here's just one hand, or one voice over the bass. You can maybe see where some of the suspensions are. Let's add the third voice above that. Hear it all together.